Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, today we're tackling a problem that's a real headache for a lot of homeowners, especially if you live somewhere with serious weather. We're talking about plumbing challenges in high elevation areas. What makes it so tough on your pipes? And what does a real solution actually look like? We're going to dive into our source material and use a local contractor from El Dorado County to see how it's done. So let's just paint a picture for a second. You know that feeling, right? You've been looking forward to a relaxing weekend, you've got plans, and then bam, a pipe bursts or the drain starts backing up. Suddenly, all those plans are just out the window. It's that exact kind of chaos we're talking about. And we're not talking about a little drip here. The source material points to some serious homeowner nightmares. Think about it. Pipes freezing solid in the middle of winter, which, if you're in a place like Pollock Pines, is a huge deal. Or your entire sewer line backing up into the house. These aren't DIY fixes. This is when you need help and you need it fast. So when one of those nightmares happens, what do? Well, the sources are really clear on this one critical point. You need a local expert, not just any plumber, but someone who truly gets the unique challenges of your specific area, someone who's seen it all before. And that's where our sources bring up a name, Murray Plumbing. They're presented as this prime example of a contractor that's just part of the community. They have deep roots there, so they aren't some random service. They're a local fixture who understands what homeowners in that area are really up against. And we're not just guessing about their experience. The sources point to this number, over 24 years. 24 plus years of service right there in the Placerville and Pollock Pines area. That's a long time. It tells you they've built a reputation and really know the local plumbing quirks inside and out. But it's about so much more than just being in business for a long time. The sources make a great point here. It's about the kind of knowledge you gain. It's that hard-won expertise, knowing exactly what it takes to keep pipes from freezing in those high-altitude climates. That's the stuff that really makes a difference, and it's something you only learn from years of hands-on experience. Okay. This next part is absolutely crucial, and it's all about protecting you, the homeowner. The source material spells it out. Licensed, insured, bonded, workman's comp. What does all that mean? It means your home, your investment, it's all completely covered no matter what happens on the job. It's a layer of security that, frankly, you just can't skip. All right, so we've got this foundation of local know-how, but what happens when you combine that deep experience with modern tech? Well, that's where things get really interesting. The sources show us how technology is being used to tackle some of the trickiest, most hidden plumbing problems out there. So, get this. According to the source material, one of the biggest enemies to your home's plumbing is completely invisible. It's sneaky. We're talking about tree roots. They can literally creep into your sewer lines and just tear them apart from the inside out, causing all sorts of chaos before you even have a clue what's going on. So how do you fight an enemy you can't even see? Well, instead of just starting to dig up your yard and hoping for the best, the sources describe this really smart diagnostic-first approach. First, they send a high-tech sewer camera right down into the pipe. This lets them see the exact problem, pinpoint its location, and then, and only then, plan a super targeted repair. No guesswork, no unnecessary destruction. And for those really big jobs, the sources point to something that sounds like a total game changer. Trenchless sewer replacement. Think about that. This is a technique that lets them replace your main sewer line without digging a giant trench all the way across your beautiful lawn or driveway. It solves the massive problem underneath while saving the landscape you've worked so hard on. It's pretty amazing stuff. So, having the right tools and skills is one thing, but the sources then pivot to something that's arguably just as important, if not more so: trust. It's all about being transparent and upfront with you, the customer. And this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. We tell you the exact cost before we touch a wrench. No surprise charges hitting your wallet later. I mean, how many of us have worried about that? That fear of the final bill being way more than you expected. This kind of upfront promise is all about getting rid of that financial stress during an already stressful time. And this table really breaks down that whole customer service philosophy. It's not just about one thing. You've got the upfront pricing, so no surprises, same-day service, which is huge when you have an emergency, the fact that they're licensed experts protecting your home, using quality materials so the fix actually lasts, and get this, leaving your home spotless. It's the whole package, the complete experience from start to finish. Okay, so you take all that, the local expertise, the cool technology, the commitment to trust, and what do you get? What does life actually look like when your plumbing is just, reliable? Well, the sources lay out this fantastic before and after scenario. On one side, you have the old worry, constantly on edge about emergency disasters, dealing with those slow, gurgling drains, and never knowing when the next thing will break. And on the other side, the new reality, peaceful weekends, drains that actually flow fast, and repairs you can count on for years. It's about moving from a state of constant anxiety to one where you just don't even have to think about your plumbing anymore. And really, when you boil it all down, our source materials leave us with this one big question. It's not just about fixing a leak or a drain. It's about getting rid of the stress, solving the problem for good, and getting your life back to normal. So the real question is, what's that total peace of mind actually worth?